right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want Ratazah to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And it's going to be another quick one. And this is from DW News. And it reads, could Russia, which we know in the scriptures, they're referred to as Gog and Magog, Ezekiel 38. They're also known as the Medes. Okay, so it says, could Russia be willing to flout UN sanctions for North Korean artillery ammunition? Again, this is from the DW News. Could Russia be willing to flout UN, United Nations sanctions for North Korean artillery ammunition? It says, the thumbnail, it says artillery ammunition for Russia. And let's read a little bit of this. It says, despite the Kremlin's refusal to confirm a meeting, U.S. officials are certain Kim Jong-un is set to travel to Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin in person. Worries arise about what Russia might offer in return for Korean ammunition deliveries. Experts fear Russia may offer advanced technologies that could be used to further Pyongyang's nuclear program, a prospect that would violate over a dozen UN sanctions. But does North Korea's military industry have the capacity to supply Russia with what it wants? So they want to swap it out. Russia wants to get like shells and shit, ammunition, and in return they're gonna vamp up, might give them some Satan twos. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so beautiful times like we keep saying that we're living in. Beautiful Yapa times that we're living in. Yapa times, beautiful times for the elect, horrific times for the rest of you. Okay? So real quick, it's not going to be long. We keep bringing out the same scriptures because there's only a handful of prophecies that are left to be fulfilled. And as Elder Apostle Tahar coined the year 2023, the hopeful year for all the prophecies are fulfilled, we see it live and direct, baby. Okay, and now I'm gonna throw it out there because I've been mentioning the Third World War III a lot lately, which I'm always talking about it. But we all know that this Third War will not take place until that charagma is made mandatory. The hour of temptation takes place. All right, that's the main prophecy we're waiting to be fulfilled. The charagma being made mandatory. That RFID CHIP. That digital oil being put in you that you can't, buy or sell. Revelation 13 and 16. Save he that had the mark, the charagma. Okay, once that happens, this third woe is going to be, on and popping. But right now we see, as I'm going to bring it out, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is mustering the host of the battle. He's stirring things up. He's crossing all his T's, dotting all his I's. Things are getting hot and heavy, baby. Things are intensifying. So, real quick, I got the definition of flout because, as you see, it says the title of that video from DW News is, could Russia be willing to flout UN sanctions? Right? And we know that's nothing more than the beast, right? The West versus the East, like we keep saying. America and its allies, the beast, the whore riding the beast, which is what we keep telling you, that we living in the rebirth of the Roman Empire, and the beast is what NATO and the EU. The NATO is the military arm, the EU is the monetary arm, okay, of the beast, the power of the West, and in the East you got this BRICS ally setting up, which is being led by Russia and chiefly Russia, Gog and Magog, and Moab, China, and their allies. Okay? So anyway, going back to the meaning of flout, right? It says openly disregard a rule, law, or convention. So again, just like that the president of China didn't come to that G20 meeting, he openly flouted Creepy Joe. And the same thing with Russia, okay? They don't give a damn about your embargoes, your tariffs, your sanctions. They don't give a damn about your trade deals and your pacts and all this shit. They doing their own thing. Like I said, a line is being drawn in the sand. And this thing is intensifying. This thing is getting hot and heavy. To flout, meaning basically give you a middle finger. We ain't coming to the table, like I said in my previous video. Beautiful times, man. Beautiful, exciting times, exhilarating times to be alive. So let's bang out these scriptures and I'll close out. I'm going to start with Ecclesiastes chapter 3. The main point I'm going to read is in verse 8, but I'll start at 1. Okay? Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. Right now, we're in the house of mourning, okay? But shortly, we're going to be laughing and dancing when all hell breaks loose, the hopeful elect, because that means our redemption is nigh. Through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom. The time to kill is coming. A great slaughter is coming in the land, okay? A great culling is coming. Isaiah 66 and 16. The slain of the Lord shall be many. The judgment of the Lord is quickly approaching. That's the times that we're living in. So it would behoove you to sincerely repent. A time to cast away stones. Matter of fact, I'll jump down to verse 8. This is the main point. A time to love and a time to hate. And the time of hate is coming. As it tells you, the love of many is about to wax cold. That's the times that we're coming into. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his houses. For the lack of bread, for fear and great tribulation. That's the times that we're coming into. Evil times are on the horizon. Horrific times, a time like never before, per Daniel 12 and 1. Jacob's trouble, we're at the door. All hell is about to break loose. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. That's the main point. We're not in the time of peace. We're in the time of war. We're in the time of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai visiting the world that he made. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is about to wage war against these heathens and 2/3 of Yasharallah that refuse to repent. So this is Joel chapter 3. We keep bringing out these scriptures, man. They screaming. The prophecies are screaming. The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. These prophecies are screaming. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You see it, live and direct. I just showed you it. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's decision. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. The sins of this place had reached the heavens. Now Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is about to judge them. Multitudes in the valley of decision, Yahweh Shaphat. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. That's what we keep telling you. This thing is quickly approaching. Our salvation is even nearer than we believe. I'll close out with Ezekiel Matter of fact, now I'll close out with Isaiah 13. This is Ezekiel 38. I'll run through it. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, Russia, right? And prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Why? Because we're in the time of war. I read Joel, the mighty men of war, it's obvious. Persia, which is Persia, Salak, who's Persia? I slipped. I'm having a brain fart. Persia is damn, the Iranian, Salakia, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It's kind of having a brain fart. These weak, fickle ass bodies. I believe Persia would be Iran. Okay, Ethiopia and Libya with them, and that's just some of the people. That's not all of them. That's just a some. All of them with shield and helmet. Basically, the BRICS nations, the BRICS allies, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his brands, the house of Togarmah and the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. So Turkey, all the BRICS allies, okay, and many people with thee. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is mustering the host of the battle. He's waking up the mighty men. Be thou prepared. That's what they're doing. With that Satan 2 being combat deployed. About to meet with Kim Jong-un, and swap out some artillery. Upgrade their nuclear program and shit. Make sure everything, is in order for this third woe. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. They doing that too, lining shit up at their border, implementing, calling back the reserves and shit, you know. Be thou prepared, because we're not in the time of peace, we're in the time of war. The third woe is quickly approaching. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company, all your allies that are assembled unto thee, and this is the main point, and be thou a guard unto them. That's what times we're living in, baby. Beautiful times. Beautiful times. I'm going to close out here. Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains like of as a great people. Talking about them ICBMs, the Lord's arrows. Like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. That's what's happening. He's gathering these nations, and ultimately it's going to lead to the third woe in over there in the Levant, over there in the Middle East, or Saudi Arabia, United Emirates, a land barren and desolate. That's what everything is culminating to. This third woe. A tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. This is the main point. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, mustereth the host of the battle. That's the times that we're living in, baby. Beautiful, beautiful times. Yapah times, man. Hey, man, so keep watching. Keep being diligent. Keep fasting. Keep praying. Keep putting on as the elect. We're close, man. We're close. Shalom. Wah, Abad Babal, Kwam Nesharallah.